Yeah, but I had already cable managed everything, and I was not about to live that life.
God, you used to fly the Black Shark, right?
Oh yeah, I like the Black Shark. It's
So the
it's
Vickers, are they a radio
Hey,
beam rider, or are they a laser beam rider?
Laser.
Stream Elements says,
But
"Hey,
how
Dog
come I
Door
have
is
an
now
active
live."
laser for other rockets, but not for the
Streaming
Vickers?
DCS
Vickers, I don't need the
for
laser.
5600.
You don't need it on for
IR
that?
laser? No.
Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it is radio.
It could be a
No, you're
radio
right.
beam ride.
But in the Black Shark, you have to make sure the laser's turned on, or you cannot fire. But it might just be for ranging. It might not be for.
See, this you don't. You only need the laser for the laser guided rockets, not for the Vickers.
Hey, real quick. On your nose, MiG-21.
Copy. I'm getting locked.
I thought it was laser because the laser had to be on, but it may very well just be for ranging and not for weapons guidance.
I think I dodged a missile.
Fox 3. Music's on.
I found out last night that the chaff and flare do really good in the Chinook.
Fucking flares don't do shit in this thing, dude.
I dodged 3 missiles.
Fucking 21. Get out in front of me, you bitch.
All right, dog.
Yeah, who's on whose ass now?
Yeah, so
Let me get.
shall I jump in
Go ahead.
Warbox Server, or should I jump on like a single player mission?
You should. Well, if you want, just jump in a single player mission that has weapons on the airplane.
Hey, give me. Never mind. I got it. I'm coming down from above.
And just air-to-air weapons, or a single player mission that you can load up air, and we'll just get you familiar with the switchology, and then you should jump in and do like
good hit
dogfight against the AI.
Splash MiG.
Cool.
Yep.
Nice.
Second one, just to make sure.
Copy. I think I'm one engine down, RTB.
Make sure that you've got the right things mapped and you're familiar with the switches before you have a target.
Switching back air to ground, I'm going to seek out things to drop bombs on, and then when you get back, I'm on RTB, and then I'm going to come capture this with supplies, dude.
I'm quite paranoid about crutch cam now. I think I'm gonna have to remedy that with a chroma.
Dude, I did a rocket run on that.
You're good.
That SA-11 site, and I think I got a couple kills.
It's for the ladies, right? No.
It's for the ladies, just for the ladies. I feel I'm gonna have to make
You
some
should.
emojis.
You should just put a label over the camera, like a picture frame over the camera, a label that says "for the ladies." Oh my god, that would be hilarious.
Okay, so instant action mission. Instant action, I think, has a few good ones.
There's a bunch of. I don't know which ones will have air-to-air weapons on, but even just like a hot start, you can load them real quick.
Okay, yeah. So there's Strike Fighter, Desert Convoy, Missile City, Above the Clouds, Go Plat Defense, Blackbird, Flown the Coop.
Blackbird, you good, man?
No, I'm hit.
Yeah, I see ya.
The way he said "no, I'm hit" sounded like he was wounded in the plane. No, I'm hit.
I'm hit. It's getting dark, guys.
I got an MIA
Shut up,
inbound.
Take the pain. Shut up.
Popping the morphine.
Sorry, did you say ready on the ramp or?
Ready on the ramp will work. Just to get the weapons loaded up and get some familiar with the switchology.
Cool.
Because there is a lot more than the Warbirds have.
I don't know why my background is green. Oh, that would be why.
Got some stress vaping now. Trying to get this thing back to base.
I can hear the crackle.
I am 20
I've
miles
cracked
from.
the canopy and I've got a cigarette in the cockpit.
Just open the radar and drink the vodka out of it.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, that's the MiG-21. Never mind.
Wait for the program to respond. As DLC.
You guys know that the
The
MiG-21's radar was cooled with alcohol, and
Really?
the Russians would drink it. Yeah,
What
It was
100%.
vodka that they brought down to like 99% basically.
Which it was.
Fox 3, MI8.
It didn't even have all that much ethanol in it, as far as I can as far as I know.
It's also limited on the duration of the radar because of that.
Oh yeah.
Because as it cools, it uses
Yeah,
up.
you get like
it's a-
5
it's a
hours of radar or something.
No, you get like 20 minutes of radar.
What? Oh, it's just a bore site.
It's because it's consumables, or because it's a consumable. It actually uses up the ethanol,
Alcohol. Yeah.
the alcohol in it while it's cooling. So once you turn that on, your time with radar is limited.
And can you turn it on or off? Or is
Ooh,
it one
missiles
and done?
Pitbull,
Yeah, you can
missile
turn
Pitbull.
it on off.
All right.
What? Who's the missile pitbull?
MI8.
Oh.
Oh, it's landing though. It's going low. Oh, it's going goofy. Good hit.
Get fucked, bud.
Save the day right at the last second.
You are not redoing shit at this base. Nothing.
Hey, do we have any more Sams at the airbase or no? Y'all done with that?
Dog, let me know when
So
you're
it's
when
pretty
you're up.
permissible at the moment if you want to go in and clean
Okay.
up.
Stop it.
Actually,
Yeah.
let's
They
move
must-
into
Yeah,
It'll be
it's
easier
kinda
for me and you to
busy.
talk.
Yeah.
I'll drag you down.
Thanks, bud.
There must be a.
We'll be back.
Going in for
There must be a
emergency.
command post or something down there. I don't see anything.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, it's busy.
Yeah. So load up with You want aim 9 X's. Well, X's are the better ones, so we'll run with those. You want those on the wingtips, and then otherwise throw a couple aim 120s under the wing. You can load up dual racks on the hard points under the wing. So you're always going to carry one on the right cheek of the airplane.
Oh,
You
yeah.
might carry one on each cheek, but even if you have a targeting pod on the left cheek, you always carry at least one aim 120 there just to balance the weight out.
Cool. So I shouldn't be going for pods. So if I'm going, so I'm starting on 9.
Yeah, we don't need a pod on this.
Yeah. So just
On this loadout. It's not a bad. I mean, it's not a bad idea air to air to have a pod. So I mean, you could throw it on there. Actually, yeah, throw a pod on there. Throw a pod on one cheek and the aim 120 on the other, and then some aim 9s.
So when you say cheek,
That's stations 4 and 5.
that makes sense.
The
Or 4 and 6.
cheek
maybe?
or the 4 and 6. That's what I meant. Yeah, sorry. The hip of the airplane or the cheek if it's a face. I don't know.
So on 4. At
You can only
flare
put the
or-
pod on floor, and you can run the at. Yeah, there's 2 pods, but the only one that goes there is the at flare, and that's why most Hornet guys run the at flare. Almost every other airplane runs a lightning pod, but the Hornets, if you want a lightning pod, it has to go in the center, which is one of the easiest places to put a fuel tank. So most of the time,
Right.
Hornets run the at flare. Also, the at flare is carrier rated, and the other pod's not. So the real Navy doesn't carry the lightning pod on the Hornets
Gotcha.
because they can't land on the carrier.
And 6 should be
6 should be a 120, a 120 Charlie. That's the newer, more advanced AIM 120.
copy.
And then on the wingtips, AIM 9 X's. And then if you wanted to put something under the wings on 2, 3, and 7 and 8, you could put dual racks of AIM 120s there. But just for now, for just switchology, you don't need it. But you can carry more if you need lots of them.
Yep, gotcha.
That's one of the things the Hornet does well. It doesn't go high and fast, which is a disadvantage in a fight, but it carries an absolute shit ton of air-to-air missiles.
High and fast, as in the other jets at altitude just go. Is that what you mean?
So, in the, are you familiar with BVR and BFM?
I'm not.
Okay, so BFM is basic fighting maneuvers, which is what they call dogfighting in the jet world. That is you and another airplane going at each other with guns or heat-seeking missiles in close. So just associate BFM with dogfighting.
Okay.
It's what we've been doing in the Spitfire. BVR means beyond visual range, and that's shooting radar-guided missiles at airplanes you can't see. That's reaching out and touching guys that are far away. It's an entirely different fight. That does come with all of its own unique challenges. So, with the air-to-air missiles,
Copy.
the air is really thin up high in the atmosphere. So the higher you can get, and you shoot a missile up in the thin atmosphere, it's got more range. So the higher you can fly, the farther your missile's going to go,
Okay.
which gives you the advantage if you're shooting at somebody that you can't see and they're shooting back with radar. In addition, the faster you go, the more energy you're putting into the missile before you launch it. It has more potential energy before you pull the trigger. So, like an F-16 can go, Mach 1 at 35,000 feet, Mach 1.5. So its missile's gonna go a lot farther and a lot faster than the F-18.
Gotcha.
So where we have a disadvantage is our ability to go high and fast and sling these missiles 40, 50 miles. But where we make up for that disadvantage is we carry a lot of missiles. So if the enemy shoots at us, if we can avoid it and evade their missile, if they shoot, if an F-16 shoots 4 missiles at us, it's empty, it's done. And we can carry 10. So the Hornets fight is not getting in and killing everything. The Hornets fight is getting in and surviving until the enemy's out of missiles. Just like dogfighting the warbirds, knowing your strengths and weaknesses versus the enemy. So that's what the AIM-120s are. The AIM-120s are radar-guided missiles, and the AIM-9s are heat-seeking missiles that are much shorter range. So those are I'm in close, I can see the bad guy. Maybe I don't have a good gunshot, but I can shoot a missile at him.
Cool.
Just so that we got the term straight. All right, so some of the key bindings that you're going to need. I know you've got all the weapons release key bindings done, which is good. And you should have your TMS or target management switch bound.
Request refueling.
I think we went through them, and I copied you, so I can't remember what that acronym is or where it is.
Copy.
Your TMS switch, if you've copied me, is going to be that 4-way hat on the side of your stick that your thumb rests on.
Yep.
Kind of halfway down the side of your stick. That should be your TMS, and that's what we were trying to use to cycle between the HUD and the targeting pod.
Yep.
That's what we were doing in air-to-ground mode. In air-to-air mode, it's going to control what your radar does.
Okay.
And we're not going to get too deep into BVR radar-guided missiles because that's not what the mission is, but I just want you to know what they are and how to work them. So, and you should have your weapons select switch, which is like, I think the castle switch or something on your stick that you use to select between the different weapons. So if you go to air mode right now on your airplane, just sitting on the ground, that switch is on the left side of the cockpit. There's an air-to-air and an air-to-ground button. Right above the arming switch.
Just here.
Yeah, that guy right there, that's a push button. Just be careful you don't accidentally pull that yellow and black handle while you're doing that, because that'll jettison your canopy.
That could be problematic.
So, if you're in air-to-air mode, automatically your airplane brings up your targeting radar and your stores page, unless your pod is turned on. Your pod's not turned on and warmed up right now. What it would do otherwise is it would pull the pod up on your left screen. And whatever you lock up on your radar, if you lock up an enemy airplane on your radar, your targeting pod will automatically look at it. So if you had your targeting pod warmed up, which is on your right hip if you want to warm it up, it's down on your right hip is a targeting pod switch. It says FLIR. And it's further back. It's way down by your hip. On the sensor panel, SNSR, the forward left switch is FLIR.
On?
Go through standby to on. And it takes, a minute or two to warm the pod up.
Why my button's not working?
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. I think you're bumping the radar switch on accident there.
Yeah, I am. Yep.
Cool. So, now that your radar is up and running, select your... You can select through different missiles and gun with your weapon select switch. It's one of the 4-way switches we put on your stick, and you'll see it. It'll say it in your HUD. So right now, you're on AIM-9X. See how it says 9X2 on the bottom of the HUD?
Yep.
That means your heat-seeking missiles, your AIM-9s, and you have the AIM-9X, and the 2 means you have 2 on board. So it's telling you how many weapons you have left. So you'll have to find your weapon select switch and switch that to... And it's one of the switches. I use the castle switch on my stick. It's going to be one of those 4-way switches on the top of your stick. Yeah, right there. That is your that big circle. That's your radar missiles.
Let me check what I bound, because it's probably something stupid. Let me adjust controls. Yeah, so it's the POV hat on the front of the right throttle. Select.
Oh, that's the one you put it for? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's got 4 different directions, and right now you have 3 different weapons. You have the AIM-9s, heat-seeking missiles, the AIM-120 radar missiles, and you have a gun.
Okay.
The other missile you could select if you run through that switch is the Sparrow missile, but you don't have any, and the Sparrows are old 80s missiles and they suck.
Oh, interesting. So we have got something bound here. Looks like we've set up joy button 11, 13, 14 on the joystick. So I wonder which ones they are.
If you just click the buttons, it'll show you on your stick. So just click through them until you find them. That's your...
They might be just auto.
Nah, I mean, if that's on the joystick. There's that, what's that small 4-way switch on the top of your stick for? Underneath the weapons release button, underneath the red button.
I'm using that for zoom currently. I use it for, yeah.
I don't know what button is that you bound. There's only...
I mean, I could set them to the hat, because I've got the hat set for POV up for AMRAM, so maybe I'll just... Let me clear that. Clear. Turn hand upside down. You're going to have to learn all this when you get your little finger pointer.
Oh, yeah.
Sparrow, I'm going to clear that as well. Because I think we set these up, but for some reason...
We did.
So
as long as you find... As long as there's... It doesn't have to be on your stick. It can be on your throttle, too. As long as you have a 4-way that will let you select weapons.
Down does not work. Bastard. Do we need all 4 of those, presumably?
At least for right now, and for the kind of flying we're doing, you need at least 3. But because there's not a lot of servers that make you fly with the Sparrow missile. But if you ever fly in a server that doesn't have AMRAMs, AIM-120s, and they make you carry the Sparrow, you'll definitely need it so you can select it. But right now, if you don't have the buttons for it, you can
I'm just
pass
wondering what I can use alternatively.
I mean, I'll tell you, I've shot a Sparrow like in that airplane maybe 3 times in the years I've flown the Hornet.
All right, well, let's
So
not
it's-
bother for now.
Yeah, you don't need it for right now.
All right, cool.
But I just
So-
want to make sure you can cycle through the gun, the AIM-9s, and the AIM-120s.
Oh, there we go. It's switching now.
Cool. So yeah, in a dogfight, which is what you're going to end up doing here in this single-player mission to practice, you're not going to need the 120s, but you are going to need to be switching between missiles and guns.
Does the X through it mean that it's not armed?
The X through it means that the airplane's not armed, affirm.
Yeah, okay.
Which when you're in the air and the gun and you arm the system, it'll be fine.
Oh, that's cool.
All right, cool. So now on your radar, you should be able to.
Sorry, Scott. Just to
No,
roll
go
the tape back. To set this up next time, I've saved the loadout. So the procedure is I turn on radar. Well, we'll have to do the full load up, so it doesn't really matter. But just in terms of arming the guns, I need to make sure my sensor is set to FLIR and that I'm on AA if I'm doing air-to-air.
Yeah, you don't have to have the FLIR on. The FLIR is just if you don't need that pylon for anything else, it's nice to have it because if you do lock something up on the radar, it will look at it. It's nice to like lock up an enemy on radar and be able to see in the camera what it is. Like,
Yeah,
oh, okay,
yeah.
cool. I can see that it's a MiG-29.
But it's
It just gives you a visual.
Yeah.
But you're not going to do that in a close dogfight because you're not going to lock anybody up. Once you're close enough to be in a dogfight, the radar missiles they're out the window. You're way too close for that stuff. So, but it's just nice to have it on. Just get used to having the pod on there because there's almost not really ever a time to not have the pod.
Gotcha.
But at the very minimum, yeah, you need to be in air-to-air mode and be able to switch between guns and AIM-9Xs. Those are your dogfight weapons.
Sweet. Very cool.
Cool. On your radar, on your right screen.
Yep.
You'll notice that. Let's see. Your radar is not the sensor of interest. So if you take your TMS, your radar's in standby. Turn it on real quick. I think you accidentally put it in standby. It's by your right hip.
I did. OPR.
It says it's in standby. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I put it
OPRs
back.
operate.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you ever look at your radar and you don't have the radar cursor, it's probably because it's in standby. I've done that a bunch of times.
Right.
Is it still in standby? It says STBY on the radar screen.
On the right screen.
The radar screen on the right screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So make sure you get it turned on to operate because you can't run the radar in standby mode.
Oh, it needs to be an operator.
Yeah, OPR operate.
Yeah.
Now, once it's in operate, you'll see that on your radar screen. I'm looking for it. Your TDC switch, your little cursor on your throttle that you can move around with your fingertip.
Yep.
If you move that around, does it show anything on your radar screen?
It does.
I don't see it.
It's on the left radar.
Oh, I don't even know what the left radar is. I don't even know what that is.
It's FLIR display, no?
Oh, no, that's your FLIR. Yeah. So your target management switch, your switch on the side of your stick, the one that switches between different screens.
Yep.
If you click that to the right, you'll take over the right screen. You'll make the right screen what you're controlling. There you go. See that yellow cursor?
Yep.
That's what we're looking for. That's how you lock enemies up on radar. You'll just slide that over the top of them, Like you'll move it around, and once it's over the enemy, you'll click you'll click that finger that you're moving to slide it around. You'll click that in. Again, we're not going to do radar stuff. I just wanted to get you familiar with the weapons.
Yeah, it's cool.
So that's how you move the radar around, and then if you put that over an enemy and click that button, it'll lock them up. Cool. Let's get you the stuff you need to know for the actual fight, the dog fight.
All right.
So we talked about some radar stuff, so we can talk more later about it. For the actual dog fight, you're going to go to your AIM-9X weapon. And then once your AIM-9X is up, make sure your helmet is turned on.
Is that the A?
That's 9X right there.
That's
AC1 is air. I don't know what it stands for, but
so
no, you want
9X is what we want.
9X. Yeah, 9X.
Yeah.
So once you get 9X up, make sure your helmet's turned on.
Okay.
That is the little switch on the right of your instrument panel. Very far right corner above the little black and yellow guarded switch. There's a knob there. It says HMD. Helmet mounted display.
Got it.
Turn that all the way up. And as you look around, I can't see what you see because I think you've got your screen mirroring the left eye.
I'm sure I set it to right.
Oh, no, I see it now. I see it now.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, that little circle that you see wobbling around, right?
Yep.
That
The
little
target?
circle is that is what your missile, your little radar missile on the tip of your wing, that is what it's looking at. That's why it wobbles, because as you move your head, the sensor is moving around inside the weapon. So the actual missile seeker is looking where you're looking. So when you're in a dogfight and you see an enemy that you could shoot a missile at, if you look at it, your missile is looking at it. So if you put the enemy inside that circle, the missile's looking at the enemy. Does that make sense?
It does. So yeah, if the red sign over there for the runway was enemy, I'd be targeting a good guy. Yeah.
You'd be looking at him with the missile. The missile's looking at him, but it's not locked onto him.
Yep, gotcha.
And you'll hear it. You've probably heard it on videos. The growl, the meow sound.
Yeah.
That's the actual sound of the missile seeing heat. So like you'll know if you're looking at the airplane because you'll hear the missile start. Actually, I don't even know if it makes a growl. I think it just makes a tone.
Hence growl
in the F-18.
Yep.
Exactly, growling sidewinder.
Yep.
Once you look at the enemy and you've got them in that circle and you hear that tone, this is where your cage uncage button comes into play, and that is going to be your comm switch on your throttle. The one you push to talk.
Space underscore
how
Atlas
we said we made the cage button. If you push that in, not up, down, forward or back, but if you push it in.
Hey, Space Atlas Auto, welcome. You're in for a treat. Scud is an actual pilot instructor, so he knows his stuff. We're very lucky. So should I try that now?
It's not going to work now. I mean, you could try it. It's not because you're not targeting anything. But what is going to happen is you're going to look at an enemy, and you're going to hear the tone where the missile's basically saying, "I see him."
Mm-hmm.
And while you hear that tone, if you push the cage button, the cage uncage button, you're telling the missile, "Stop worrying about where I'm looking at and stay locked on him." Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you look at it. It makes a noise and says, "I see him," and you hit the cage button, and the missile's going to start screaming. It's going to make a high-pitched tone, and that's the missile saying, "All right, dude, I'm locked." And once you hear that, you pull the trigger and fire.
Cool.
So that's how you employ the heat-seeking missiles. You're going to look at the enemy. You're going to hear the tone. You're going to be on AIM 9X. Look at him in your helmet. Hear the tone. Push the cage button. Hear the tone change, and you're going to pull the trigger. And the AIM 9X it's going to work way better than the other AIM 9s. It's what we call a high off-bore sight weapon. Most of the old AIM 9s, AIM 9Ms or Ls or anything else that you might see in the game, you have to keep the airplane off your nose to shoot them. But the AIM 9X can look all the way around. It can look all the way off to the left and right. So you can shoot an enemy that is not in front of you with that missile.
And they're currently on the wingtips.
That's currently on the wingtips, yep.
Yeah.
So don't just so you know, like with this weapon, you don't have to have them off the nose. They can be up above your cockpit, and as long as you get that tone, you can fire. They can be off your wing, and as long as you get the nose, so you don't always have to get your nose on them to shoot them with that. That's why I want you to be able to look around with the helmet. That's kind of what we need right now.
Do you have to eyeball them and actually click that comms button to lock it, or will it say I've got a lock? It'll just start. You know what I mean? Like
you need to eyeball them. You need to get an eye on them and push the cage button.
Yeah. And presumably, I see when I put my eye back over the glass, it locks that circle back over the virtual, plane.
Yes, it does in the HUD.
So presumably,
and that's where the missile's caged when you're not using your helmet.
Yeah, gotcha.
So like if you're looking straight ahead and you can put them in that circle, it does the same thing.
Gotcha.
But it's just nice to be able to look around and do it. In the older airplanes, you could only lock them up if they were right in the middle of that circle. Now you can lock them up with your eyes. So you're gonna, if you don't uncage the missile rather, and that's why we call it cage on cage, because right now the missile is caged to your helmet. Like it only looks where you're looking, right?
Yeah.
That's why it's called cage on cage, and it's the same in older missiles. They're only looking in front of the airplane, but when you uncage them, you're basically saying, "I want you to just look, keep an eye on that airplane. Don't look away." If you do not uncage the missile, it might hit, but it's not a guarantee. If you uncage the missile, then it's got a much greater chance of hitting. The rest of it we need to be in the air for, and I'll show you how what the gun and everything else looks like.
Sweet.
And then you can go actually just start knocking out AI dogfights for a minute and get familiar. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So should I get in the air?
Sure.
Space _Atlas.
There's probably at least a target up there we can lock up that's not evasive, like an AWACS or something.
Yeah, cool.
I wouldn't recommend shooting them down, but at least you can lock them up and see how it works.
Plan. It amazes me that that you offer your time like this. I mean, yeah,
it's nothing.
Great. It's amazing. So, I'll start charging you out. I could be your pimp. I'll start doing some promo videos.
Space _Atlas _auto _pilot.
You want to see my face on the back of a magazine?
Yeah. It's called being a G. Apparently, that's what Space Atlas just said. Alright, so I need to check that my flaps are at half, and full brakes on 80%, release brakes 100.
A firm. And in this case, trim at 12, which is auto.
Oh, is it not half?
Just make. If you hit takeoff trim, it trims it to 12, which is what it should be for the runway. Just remember, if you take off on an aircraft carrier, 12 trim will kill you.
How's it run?
On a carrier, you need to have the trim set based on your weight.
Oh, we did go through this
chart for it.
with somebody showed me some of that. I'm like a sieve, just goes.
Space _Atlas _auto _pilot.
Oh hell no!
Says I'm sitting
you
in
say
the
that
you're
already off the ground in the Hornet, which you just started flying.
You seeing the comments in chat? Space Atlas says who's sitting in the cockpit following along.
Oh, nice, good.
Yeah. If you got any questions, Space Atlas, yell out.
Yes, please do.
You might text to speak.
In fact, I've got something I need to do real quick. I'm going to be off Discord and off chat for like 30 seconds. Because I can't see all his chat because my VPN messes it up. So I'm going to shut my VPN down, but it just takes me off the internet for a second.
No worries.
Maybe it didn't. Maybe I'm still here.
You're still here.
Alright, good. Now I'll be able to see all the chat. right, cool. So while you're flying around, bring up your gun. Just this airplane, you can't do heat-seeking missiles and gun at the same time. You have to pick one or the other.
Yep.
So there's 9X, there's gun. As you roll and turn, you'll see that funnel
Space
on your HUD.
Atlas
It's not in your helmet, but
auto
in the front.
pilot
In the
says,
HUD.
let me get you on my phone.
That is how you're going to judge your gunshots if you don't have a lock with radar.
Oh, thanks
So
for the
you
follow,
want
mate.
basically-
Appreciate it. Very good.
Hell yeah.
I don't have a lock.
So there's nothing to lock right now. So as you pull lead on an airplane, you basically want to put their wingtip in that funnel. Does that make sense? Like they're turning right, you're turning right.
As in they're flying into the mouth of a trumpet, like the open horn.
Yeah, they're flying out of the mouth of a trumpet. Yeah, but if you're not sure on range, it's roughly when their wingtips are the same width as the tunnel. So if they're really far away, it means you have to pull more in front of them where the funnel's thinner. If they're really close, not as far. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So the wingtip is at the narrowest point.
It
The
depends.
widest point.
So if they're far away, their airplane's going to be really small, right?
Yeah.
So you want to keep pulling in front of them until
Stream
their
Element
wingtips,
says, thank you
the
for
funnel
following
touches their
Space
wingtips.
Atlas.
If they're really
Smiley
close and they're
face.
big, you're not going to have to pull as hard. So that's why the funnels out like that. Is it's based on range. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay. But in the Hornet, it's way easier than that. You just get a radar lock, and your missile hits or your gun hits.
Yeah. Good.
So
Space Atlas says that's my
how to
account
get a
for
radar
watching
lock
my
on
live
an enemy
streams,
in a
LOL.
dogfight? Your TMS switch, your switch on your thumb that we use to select the radar screen. That one on the side of your stick.
The throttle on the stick. You said.
On the side of the stick. Down on the
the
side.
outer one here.
Nope, on the side,
On
all the way
here.
down. Like
Oh, this one.
put your hand around the stick.
Yeah.
That one right there. That one. Now that you're controlling the radar and you're in this missile, the airplane's automatically trying to dogfight, but the radar is not doing anything for you. If you push that forward, push that TMS switch forward, you're basically telling the radar, look in front of me. And right there, I can't see it.
It looks like it's bouncing now. There's like a little duva, and it's gone green.
Yeah, look in your HUD. That's what I'm looking at. Basically, you're try the AIM-9 missile too. See if that changes it. Now push forward on that TMS switch. Not down, but forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sure.
Show any symbology there. Maybe arm your weapons too. That might work. Left of your left screen is your arming switch.
Yep.
And I might be confusing symbology. I might be looking for something that I know is actually.
Yeah,
I think
there's
what I'm cool. So, anyways, pushing that switch forward is telling your radar lock anything in front of me. That way, if you have an airplane in front of you and you're like, I really would love to get a lock on it so it's easier to shoot. If you push that switch forward, just remember pushing it forward is telling the airplane lock what's in front of me. Try it again. Look,
Okay,
push
sure.
forward.
I can't tell that it's actually doing anything.
It's not.
Shall we check the bind?
Yeah, check the binding and make sure it's working.
Cool. Thanks for the follow, Space Atlas. You're a good man. And or woman, and or however you identify. That's all good. Where are we? Just controls.
Because that switch is one you're going to need. You're going to want the TMS forward bound.
Yeah, it's
Because
not doing
it's going to be
anything,
what
so-
makes this fight.
TMS. Should I just search for that?
Click that same switch left or right, and it'll take you to the same area of the menu.
Sensor control switch right.
Sensor control switch. I'm sorry, I'm
left.
calling it the wrong.
That's all good.
So you're going to need a sensor control switch forward. That's fairly important. Is your switch not working?
I think it is. I just don't think it's bound. So
Okay.
Let me aft forward. Oh, maybe it's not. Joy button 5.
I'm calling it TMS. I call it the wrong thing, TMS, but sensor control switch. I think it's called TMS and
Yeah, that button's FUBAR.
in a different. So
No,
if that
it
one's
worked,
not
it worked.
working,
No,
you're gonna.
It did work. It did work.
Okay, good. So you're gonna
Yeah.
need that one bound.
Okay, let's just check that actually worked. There we go. It's got like
Push that
a
forward.
dotted circle around it now.
Yeah, now the radar is looking there. Anything that goes in that circle, the radar locks. But also look around. You see how there's a dotted circle in your helmet?
I do.
Your radar will lock anything you look at. So if you're in a dogfight and you're trying to lock an enemy up in a dogfight, all you have to do is push forward on that button and put them in that circle, and you'll hear the airplane go lock, lock, and boom, you've got them locked up. Does that make sense?
It does.
Cool. So basically the same thing the missile does, but pushing that switch forward also controls your radar. Your radar is looking wherever your head looks, and as soon as you get an enemy in there, it will lock them up.
And do I cage in the same manner, or it doesn't work that
Nope.
way?
Not. You still have to cage the missile if you're shooting the missile.
Yep.
And you'll cage the missile because you'll hear it. You'll hear the tone. You'll hear the noise it makes. But this is now just controlling your radar as well, and that's going to be like, let's say you want to shoot them with a gun. Instead of using that gun funnel and having to try to put the airplane in the funnel, once you got a lock with the radar, it's substantially easier.
Right.
Substantially easier.
I think that button is a bit shitty. I might need to use back instead. Or is back needed for something else?
It is needed for you really need 4 switches. Right now in air-to-air, back's not necessary, but in air-to-ground it is.
I mean, I can pound it. It should be fine. It'll come up.
As long as you're able to get that button to put your radar in, I don't know, call it forward-looking mode or HUD mode. As long as that radar is basically, it's not doing some weird scan. It's basically just saying, I'm going to stare right in front of you or wherever you look.
Yeah, gotcha.
And that's how you lock it. That's how you lock an enemy up. So here's the deal. So now you're going to go into a fight, right? And you're going to be in a fight just like we were in the Spitfire. You're probably going to be turning with an enemy, and they're going to be trying to turn, and you're going to be trying to turn. And as you look at the enemy, you want to push forward on that button and get that dotted circle, because as soon as you get them in the circle, your radar will lock on them. And also, if you're in AIM-9X, if you hear the tone, if you hear the beep, click that button, and as soon as you hear the tone change, pull the trigger and you'll fire the missile.
That's really cool.
And what we're going to see when you go to a fight now, I might, you know what, I might jump in for a second and just give you a stable target. But I don't want to do it in Jimmy's server, because if you shoot me down, it will be detrimental. But what you're going to see is if you have a radar lock in gun, if you go to gun mode and you have a lock on the enemy, like you look at them, you push the button forward, you look at them, it locks them up. What you're going to see in your HUD, instead of that gun funnel, which is kind of wonky and hard to use, you're literally just going to see a square around them. And if you put, there's a crosshair, and if you put the crosshair in the square, you're gun will hit them. So it's way easier.
There's like a mini gimbal on the guns, presumably.
But it's automatically ranging them too. So like all you have to do is put the gun mark in the square and pull the trigger. So it makes it way easier to have a lock. You can put it to test if you want to jump into a dogfight.
Sure.
The other thing I'll recommend if you're going to go into a fight is make sure you have know where to turn your countermeasures on and know how to flare, because the enemy's going to shoot heaters at you, and we don't want you to get shot.
What should the countermeasures be set to?
So your countermeasure switch is one singular switch in front of your stick. It's a silver switch in front of your stick.
The paddle?
Not on the front of your stick, in front of your stick on the panel.
Huh.
Like if you look down in front of your stick on the panel.
Yeah, I don't follow. Not the little silver button.
It's not. It's not on the stick. Yeah, go get out of the controls menu. It's not something you're going to bind.
Okay. Let me alt tab. Sorry. Let me exit the menu. There we go. Yeah.
So.
Oh, you mean physically look at the stick in the game?
Physically, in front of your stick, under that screen, is a silver switch. It's the bottom left switch. You know, you can also turn the stick off if you click on it, right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you click on your stick, it'll turn it off so you can see around it. Not a big deal. On the left side, so lean around, look around the left side of your stick.
Yep.
You might have to click on the base. I think it's down on the base of the stick. But there says dispenser. It's the left silver switch.
Yep.
So if you turn dispenser on, it will automatically chaff and flare if you get shot at with a radar missile, but it'll also dump a lot of countermeasures. Preferably, I put it on bypass, which basically means I'm in control of my flares and chaff. So go ahead and turn that on to bypass.
Yep.
Which is the top position.
Yep.
And your flares,
Space_Atlas says
your
wait,
flares,
slow
if you
down,
bound
I
them the
need
same
help
way I
with
did,
flares.
is the very bottom red switch on your right throttle. And if you click that aft, it'll pop flares out.
So
on your throttle?
Yep. The bottom.
The very bottom, they call it the China hat, and the bottom switch that.
This guy?
Click that aft, it should pop flares out.
Yep.
Go to your F2 and see if they're coming out.
Now, Atlas said slow down, I need help with flares.
No problem.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, there you go. Now if you push it forward, it'll throw out chaff.
Oh, no. That may not be bound.
Okay. You don't need that now. It's for radar missiles. You want to bind it later, but flares are for heat-seeking missiles. Atlas, what do you need on there for the flares?
Go into bypass. Should the knob be at...
I fly in bypass, which is the switch all the way up.
Well, so like that.
You can fly in auto. The problem is that auto will usually dump a lot more countermeasures than you need, and you'll run out real fast. There isn't really a knob for the countermeasures. It's just that switch.
Space_Atlas says ECM, what should that be?
On, which is auto or bypass, and then you've got your dispense switch, which is
ECM.
One direction.
Atlas says, oh, the ECM is different.
ECM is electronic countermeasures. That's different. That's your jamming pod. ECM, if on receive, it means it's listening for enemies, but it's not jamming them. And if you put it on, what is the next one? I can't remember what it's called. What's the next position on the switch? Look at your ECM real quick, dog.
Yeah, you got.
If you put it on XMT, so receive is your jammer is listening, and if you put it on XMT, it's transmitting. So XMT just means your jammer is trying to jam enemy radar. It's an entirely automatic system. So if you're going up against anything that has a radar, you want to put that on transmit XMT. Even in a dogfight, because they might be trying to lock you up on radar to get a gunshot on you. So, yeah, putting that switch in transmit XMT is a big one. And that's one of the things I'm going to do. So I'm going to go into a dogfight. I'm going to fight against an enemy. I'm going to make sure I'm in air-to-air mode. I've got my AIM-9 or gun armed. And I'm going to make sure my countermeasures, my dispenser is in bypass. And I'm going to put my ECM switch in transmit to try to jam their radar.
Which is XMIT.
Yep, XMT or XMIT is transmit.
So, thusly.
So now you got countermeasures bound. You got your jamming pod on. You've got your weapons set so you can arm them up. So now, I guess go jump in and see if you can't get a lock on anybody in a dogfight. Now
Hey,
the
quick-
problem with, yeah, go ahead, man.
Hey, are you guys in the server right now?
Negative.
So we're doing a server reset. We're getting like a solid black wall across the airfield. I think I need to reset it.
I had
Thank you.
that the other day in your server. It was really weird.
Super weird. It is. Yeah, I've never seen that before.
Yeah. Thank you for coming and asking though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't read for you guys. All right, sweet. See you.
Oh, look at the hot like flares fly off the machine gun.
Oh,
bullets
the
over
ricochets?
canopy. That's so cool.
Actually, shooting the gun while turning gives you a good idea what that funnel does. You'll see the bullets follow the funnel.
Ah, yep. So it's in the mouth of the funnels, our objective, and that's all all she wrote in terms of bullets.
Oh yeah, you don't have a lot. A couple short bursts.
Well,
The jets are a lot more delicate though. They're not like shooting down a Messerschmitt where you have to pump them full of 20 millimeter to kill them.
cool.
So if you do one of the instant action dogfight, it's not gonna be called dogfight. It's gonna be called BFM because BFM means dogfight in fighter jet terms. There's gonna be a few different ones you can do. Offensive BFM is where they're in front of you and they're not coming at you. Right? You're the offender, which is probably a good way to start. High aspect BFM means you guys are nose to nose and you're going to go into a turn. So I would start with an offensive BFM set.
I'm seeing BFM MiG-29 in the instant action.
Maybe that's all you got. Do you have anything on the other maps? Persian Gulf or
Air-to-air BVR, beyond visual range.
Check,
BFM MiG on Nevada. Low altitude reconnaissance on Normandy.
I think they're all the same for the Hornet, unfortunately. Persian
Airport
Gulf might have.
defense on Persian.
Nah, they're all the same. So you're gonna go pick a map that you like and do BFM against a MiG. And there's a few things you need to know before you start because the instant action missions are kind of jacked a little bit.
Right.
So before you click fly,
Let's grab a water. All that loads.
the Hornet, unfortunately, the Hornet in BFM instant action missions.
Yeah.
Oh, you stepped away.
No,
Oh,
I'm
you're still
I'm
listening. Okay.
here. I took my headset with me.
Okay. The Hornet is not always turned on right when they start these missions.
Yep.
Like it's not going to be in air-to-air modes. It's weird because all the other ones, like if you start a dogfight mission in the Viper, it's everything set up. But for some reason, if you start it in the Hornet, like none of these systems we just talked through are turned on. And yet it'd be quick because the fight's going to happen right away. So as soon as you click fly, you need to turn your helmet on, right? That knob on the right side.
Yep.
You need to turn your dispense switch to bypass, your ECM switch to transmit, and you need to get into air-to-air mode. None of those things are turned on. It's really poor on the developers because they're like, oh, here's a dogfight, and you jump in
have a play and
nose
then
to nose with a MiG, and
Yeah.
everything's turned off.
Yeah.
So just be aware of that. The first thing you need to do is that go air-to-air mode, helmet on, jammer on, and countermeasures on.
So helmet, air to air is over here.
Air-to-air is on the left side. So your
Yeah.
helmet's there's your air-to-air. Your helmet's going to be on the right side, that knob. And then down between your legs, you're going to want to turn the dispense switch to bypass.
Up. Yep.
And the ECM switch to transmit. And then
ECM.
don't shoot the guy when he's off your nose. The missiles don't do a really good job off the nose because they're not seeing the heat of the airplane as much. So you're just gonna have to pass each other and go into a turn. It'll be 1 MiG-29 off your nose.
Yep, it is.
Now, so be ready to turn all those switches on. You're going to pass each other, and as soon as you pass each other, you're going to go into a turn. Just like the Spitfire, when you're turning the airplane, you're going to bleed off energy, and you're going to need power, right?
Yep.
So just remember that in the Hornet. The harder you pull on the airplane, the more power you're going to need. And so if you're trying to do a really tight turn, you're going to need to be an afterburner.
Okay.
Let's see how it goes. Let's see how your first MiG encounter goes.
HMD.
HMD. Air to air.
Air to air. What was the ECIM? What was that? That was down the bottom. Dispenser bypass.
And there's two switches. Dispenser bypass.
Yeah.
ECM to transmit.
Cool. Let's do it.
See how it goes.
Got it?
Yeah. Now take your TMS switch under your thumb and push forward on it. And just keep pushing forward and trying to look at him. He's in a turn, so you got to turn, like hard. He's way behind you now.
I reduced the throttle to turn hard, though.
No. Power. All the power and pull hard. He's already probably on your 6. He's already gone by. Oh, no, there he is. There he is. Push forward on that stick and look at him. There you go. See how it went? It locked immediately?
Yep.
Now, if you hear that tone, cage and shoot.
I did. He's dead.
Boom. Got him.
Whee! Well, that was easy.
Yeah, nice. This time. It's not always so easy.
So if I switch to guns now...
Yeah, if you want to do it again, unfortunately there's only one airplane, so you're going to have to restart the mission, and then you're going to have to turn all that shit back on, because Edie didn't set it up right. But if you restart the mission, you'll go right back into the same fight with him, and now this time, instead of shooting him with a missile, try to get him with guns.
Altitude.
But it is fairly easy, like... You saw, like, once he was in the circle.
Yeah. It's
and you
like
caged.
Fish in a barrel.
You cage and hear that tone. It means the missile's locked, and you pull the trigger, and it's done. It'll be the same with the gun. You're just going to need to push forward on that switch and get a lock on him, and then once you get a lock, you can try to get behind him and.
You know what I didn't do? Dispenser bypass. I'm hitting my flares, and nothing happened.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful. Is that running all right still? The stream?
The stream? Oh yeah, it's looking great.
Yeah. Cool. All right, let's do it again.
Yeah, do it again, and this time go to guns and see if you can get a gunshot on him, and then
Space_Atlas says are able to map the
in that
players and
in that
shaft
turn he
together as
happened
my
to be off
buttons
your
are
nose
getting limited,
when you got the
LOL.
missile lock. But again, just remember you don't have to be pointing at him. It will lock on a missile that off bore sight, even if you're just looking at him.
Thanks, Excalibur. Although the dogs don't want to. Like Bruce is sitting like it might be a bit too hot to sit there. Sorry, Scud. So Space Atlas had a question. Able to map the flares and shaft together so my buttons are getting limited. You put them both on the same button.
Are you able? You're asking if you are able. There are separate buttons for the chaff and flare. However,
Excalibur
if you don't have enough buttons to do that, there is a dispense button. DISP, and that dispense button DISP will launch chaff and flare.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt y'all. Everybody in the chatting, just VC just all went. They're not talking. Nothing's happening. I came back to this. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if the internet disconnected. Sorry.
I can hear you. No, you're good. I can hear you loud and clear, Tetra. I know that they're restarting the server.
That button doesn't work for me.
So
yeah, everybody's everybody's not talking. It's like they're all just staying still. I don't know.
Jimmy just popped in here and talked a second ago. Oh, he's out now. Okay. Cool.
Sorry, I just had to run upstairs to unless I get bits, the dogs are under wraps. There we go.
It's all good.
See the dogs? They're under wraps now. That's all good. I can take it. All right. So
Excalibur says LMFAO.
Yeah, same thing. Just get all that stuff turned on, get into a turn fight, and see if you can get a lock and a gunshot.
cool. Let me just recenter my headset. Right, look. Left, look. Can you actually turn your head that far?
I can, not
Yeah.
always comfortably. But
That
here's
is-
the thing: I don't turn my head around behind me. This is a technique that comes from actually doing this in high G airplanes. I turn my whole body in my seat. Like if I know I'm going to be looking over my right shoulder, I don't like lean back in the seat. I shift my hips and sit sideways in my seat.
Oh, I see.
Like-
yeah,
and that way,
like-
instead of having to turn all the way around, I'm like only turning my head halfway around.
Yeah,
I like
gotcha.
lean my shoulder into the seat. So I shift my hips, and that's the way I do it in the real airplane.
yeah, that makes sense. But I mean, like, I'm in the swivel chair, so you can,
Oh, that makes it easy. Yeah.
you can't really. Well,
Till,
I
till
can't-
you need to hit the rudder.
I'm kind of locked here though, so yeah. And I got my back's fucked. So anyway, cool. So to recap, I'm gonna go HMD on, head mounted display on. I'm gonna hit the AA. We're gonna switch to bypass on the dispenser and crack on the ECM XMIT. Did I miss anything?
Absolutely correct. Nope, that's right. And then you're going to be heads outside looking for the bad guy, and you're going to be ready to push forward on that TMS switch to get a lock on him.
All right.
So everything
Right.
correct.
Let's do this.
Get him.
Excalibur says I learned you can hit Shift P to hide the pilot's body to get the extremities out of the way.
Lost him. See, if I throttle down, if I reduce throttle, I get a tighter turn, and I catch him. I'm
Negative.
full throttle, like negative.
Correct.
So
So the answer is not throttle up or throttle down. It's being at the right speed. So yes, if you're too fast, you'll need to throttle down to get a tighter turn.
yeah, okay, right. Oh yeah, but if I'm too slow, gotcha. Yeah, I'm flat out.
If you're
flat
too
stick,
slow,
yeah.
And if you stay in a tight turn, you're inevitably going to need lots of throttle because the airplane will bleed off energy. So see if you can get a lock on him just looking at him. Put him in your. You don't have to point the nose at him. Look at him with your eyeball. There you go, lock. He's going to lose lock because he's going behind you, but then keep that turn, full power. You're really slow.
It's like 109. I'm gonna hit the dirt and get some speed up.
Don't go straight though. You can hit the dirt while still turning. You can use gravity to speed up, but if you roll out, he's going to get behind you. So actually, he's probably on your 6. No. So look at him with your eye. Get a lock on him.
Oh,
Put
I
that
should've
circle on
gone
him.
then. Yep. And I'm burning off all my airspeed, so nose down, full throttle.
Are you in burner?
I should be.
Okay.
I'm not-
I just remember you had an issue with it before, so I didn't know.
yeah.
Just double
Well,
check.
99 seems to be all she'll give me. Where'd he go?
Probably behind you.
Yep.
Turn into him as hard as you can. Keep that burner lit. And if you don't want to get slow, then just pull as hard as you can until you start losing airspeed and ease off there.
Altitude.
Bye-bye.
Boom. 9x kill.
Splash 1 MiG, baby. You can shift P to hide
The
the
horn-
pilot's body.
Excalibur says
The
splash
Hornet
1
is
minute.
the Hornet is really good at flying slow. You don't want to get too slow for too long, but that's one of the things it can do that the other jets can't. The other jets can't fight at 100 knots like you were.
Yeah. We'll just
So-
drop out of the sky because they don't have enough air across their wings. Whee!
And the more you practice this, the better you're going to be at keeping sight of them, and the better you're going to be at managing that energy and getting your nose on. So it's just now that you kind of know the weapons, you can jump in and do some single player dogfight practice.
Altitude.
Try to see if you can get a gun kill. Try to see if try to concentrate on keeping that turn without getting down to 90 knots if you don't need to. So full power and pull, and then once you get down to a certain speed, and you're like, I don't want to go any
says,
slower.
"Wait,
Then
so what do you
stop
do to
pulling as
get the
hard."
9XS to lock with the HMD?
What do you do to get the 9X to locks with the HMG? Well, let me see if I can answer that. So that's the 9X, yeah, the 9M. To lock with the HMD, it's shit. Was it paddle? No, I've forgotten.
your sensor select switch,
Yeah.
which is a 5-way switch, or should be 4-way switch that you can push down as well. Your
there it
sensor
is.
select switch forward.
That one, yeah. Yeah,
But
there
you're
it
not
is.
in 9X. That's not working for you right now because you're not
Space
in 9X. You're in
_Atlas says my
120.
dispense button doesn't work. I can launch them by hitting D and E, but when
So
I
you got
press
the wrong
even
weapon
the
pulled
bottom
up.
in the cockpit, it doesn't work. Am I missing anything?
Oh, 'cause we got
So
the
say
9M.
9.
It says
Oh, it says
9M.
9M on there because you've already. Did you already shoot them both?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, it's not going to look right on yours.
But it was that button. So I've bound. So you can look. Was that the question, Exy? Did you want to know how you lock the HMD to the? Yeah. So you need to bind. Let me check what that's called in the controls.
The sensor select switch, I believe.
It's that one. Select
Or sensor
AMRAM?
control.
No.
No, that's your weapon select. It's the small gray switch that you bound on the side of your stick. The one that you had to slam forward.
Oh yeah. It's that one. But that works with the AMRAM as well.
It will make your radar look in front of you. Yes. You can get an AMRAM lock on that. The symbology is different, though.
Okay, so to answer X's question, you need sensor control switch forward, engaged to get your head-mounted display to track it. Is that right?
Sensor control switch forward. If you're in air-to-air mode,
And that's the mode
With
I'm
any
in.
weapon.
Says cool. So
yeah,
it's
with any
sensor
weapon, if
control
you're in
switch
air-to-air
bound.
mode and you push your sensor select switch forward, your radar will look wherever you're looking. The AIM-9X automatically looks wherever you're looking. You don't even have to hit a button for the AIM-9X. So I
Oh, I see,
misunderstood the
because
question
we're on
first.
we're on the AM. It's different, or is it just because we're empty?
It's because you're empty. And the M is different. The M does not do that. So yeah, to answer your question, all you have to do is, if you have an AIM-9X on the wing,
Altitude.
and you are in AIM-9X weapon select on your airplane, all you have to do is have your helmet on, and the AIM-9X automatically looks. You'll know that because it will have a solid circle in the middle of your helmet mounted display. That solid circle is your AIM-9 seeker. So there's nothing special you have to do to do that. Just arm up with the AIM-9 and turn your helmet on.
So remember, Scud, back in NAM, when we used to write dicks in the sand? in the Huey. Back in the day, I wasn't in the
Back in the day.
Back in the with the Gatling gun. So Space Atlas said my dispense button doesn't work. I can launch them by hitting D&E, but when I press that, even the bottom in the cockpit, it doesn't work. Am I missing something?
I'd have to jump in and look at the control bindings to see how to fix that.
Sensor control switch bound. Yeah. A dispense button doesn't work. I can launch them by hitting D&E, but when I press it, bottom doesn't work. So let me check. You might have a dead button. You might want to try binding something else, but let me just check. So I set that to...
You
so
don't have a
forward shaft
dispense
is
button.
that. Don't have one yet, but surely you'd go... Oh.
You hold on. Let me look at your menu there. Go to the dispense for me, just so I can see what they are. Look a little left. So you've got dispense switch forward and aft. There should be a different one.
So I just type dispense in.
Type DISP.
I'll have to use my...
Because there's another one that's an emergency dispense that launches them both. But I don't use it because I'm... Dispenser button, left wall. Yeah, that's the one. Is that the one you bound? Dispenser button on the left wall? Because that's your, like, oh shit button, and it launches chaff and flare.
What should I...
But you don't need that, because you have chaff and flare bound individually.
Do I?
Have you seen the new Top Gun?
I loved it. I freaking loved it.
So do you know how they
Space
kept showing him
Atlas
smack the
says
side
yes,
of
it doesn't
this
work.
big red button on the side of the airplane and it dispensed chaff and flare?
Yeah.
It's right there. If you look under your canopy on the left side, there's a big red button.
Yeah. I'm gonna try that.
Yeah. But I don't have it bound, but that's what if he can't bind them separately, then I was gonna see if he could bind that one. Because if you smash that button, it should launch countermeasures. That being said, if it's not working, the other thing to check is make sure
you literally grab your hand and go boosh.
Yeah, you just reach your hand up and smack it.
But
make sure. So Space Atlas, if it's not working, make sure that your dispense switch is set to. I don't know. Try it in on and try it in bypass and see if either one of those work. I don't know because I don't use the dispense button like that, but
this is
it may be.
So this does flare and chaff, is that right? Or aft does one and chaff. So aft is one and forward is the other. Right. What's your dispense
for the switch you have set?
Yeah. What's your dispensed anything for the? We may not have any.
Space _ Atlas says neither do I. Tried both.
But it may be his countermeasure switch might not be set.
That's back. Yeah, that's working. And that's forward. We're bingo. Oh man, it's so
sorry,
much fun.
sorry, Atlas.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what might make that work. I don't know if there's something weird that has to be set up for that because I don't use the dispense switch. Maybe it only works if you're being locked up or shot at.
Space _
like an
Atlas
automatic
says
system.
no worries.
But if you're running out of HOTAS buttons, I would prioritize those if you can. Like if there's buttons you have for just flipping switches in the cockpit,
Space
that you can
_
kind of do
Atlas
with a
says,
mouse
oh,
or something else. If you're limited on HOTAS buttons, you want your HOTAS buttons to be used for things that you don't want to look for in a hurry. And chaff and flare are one of those things that you don't really have time to find the key or look
just
for.
Looks so good. A bright red livery would be the cherry on top.
I've actually found that I have not HOTASed a lot of stuff.
Bright red livery with a maple leaf on it. Is that what we're talking about?
Space
Like
underscore
Excalibur.
flying
Atlas says,
lipstick?
yeah, I'm switching up right
He
now
is-
because I
he
can't
is
keep getting
all
shot down.
about that.
LOL.
Canadian bird, man. I don't blame him.
Yeah. Sweet. It's running beautifully. Like, just cannot tell.
Yeah, it
you
looks
how good
great.
this is. So, we've got the same rig. I mean, seriously, I'm getting like it should be pushing close to 60 frames because with async with the virtual desktop, like I've just got the frame rate up. That's 120 frames. I'm getting 39 latency, bitrate 200. Like it's sex on the stick. I don't imagine you want to mess with your settings though, because it's just a palaver.
Atlas, you still hanging out here?
Yeah, you're welcome, mate. All right, let's do this again.
I don't want to see if he's still in. Hasn't left yet.
It's so cool to actually shoot something in this thing. All I've been doing is trying to land it on a carrier. So
Get some
Space
weapons
underscore
activity out of the way.
Atlas says, yeah.
let's see how quick I can do this. Boosh. HMD on. AA on. ECM on. Dispenser off.
Does it work now,
Space
Atlas?
underscore Atlas says, I rebinded it.
So the guns will work outside the range.
The guns have a range, but
Like the Gatling have to
you
be
get
in
a-
front of you, though, presumably.
yes, and if you have a radar lock, if you push your sensor control switch forward and get a radar lock, you'll see an X over the airplane, and you just put your gun. There's a little gun sight that'll pop up. If you put it on the X, that's a gunshot. It's really nice. It makes it a. I don't know. Let me try to think what I'm saying. It's a lot easier than trying to figure out a gunshot in a Spitfire. It's literally just like, hey,
it works the
if you point-
trajectory on your behalf.
you point your airplane here and you'll kill them. You're like, oh, thanks. That's exactly what I wanted to do.
What's beeping? My airspeed is not happy.
Keep see that lock, that square.
Yep.
Now put the circle, the dot in the circle. Nope. See that dot on your HUD? The circle with the dot in it.
Yep.
That circle. If you put that circle on that square, you'll kill him. That's your gun sight when you've got a radar lock. Is that
Excalibur says,
center
I
of that
think the
circle.
beeping is stall warning, right?
Oh, that'd be it. My text-to-speech has decided to work suddenly.
Altitude.
Why's my
Yeah, the
gear
beeping is.
flashing?
I can't hear the airplane, but the beeping. That's your stall warning. It's basically you're so slow you should have your gear down.
Oh, and
you
that's
can
what's
ignore it and
flashing.
just speed
Yeah,
back
yeah,
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the beeping. It'd be nice if the airplane was like, since you're in air-to-air mode, maybe I should not bother you about this shit and let you fight. But it's like, the computer's like, are you trying to land, bro? No, dude, I'm gonna fucking fight.
Exactly. All right, so let's try
Space
this
Atlas.
again.
I was just wondering if it worked when you rebound it.
Oh man. Well, I'm gonna splash. Let me just restart that. Nothing to see here.
Yeah, you got too slow.
Excalibur says, yeah, casually pulling 6 GS on my downwind leg.
Six G's on your downwind leg. How fast are you going on downwind, bro?
Excalibur says that's what the plane thinks when in the dogfight. LOL.
Oh, that's what the plane is thinking of. Yeah. like, dude, the most I've ever pulled in the pattern is 4.
Where'd you go? I'm going to try and maintain speed this time.
Yeah, and that's why the helmet-mounted Q is good. You can see your speed in your helmet wherever you look, so you can keep an eye on him without getting too slow.
Where the fuck are you? I'm keen to get him with guns. I feel like it's more of a challenge.
Space underscore
It
Atlas.
is
says you
because
have
you
a
got to get
helmet,
the nose on, which takes a lot more energy management to do, rather than the
I
missile,
just
which you
lost
just.
all my energy. Yeah, yeah, it's just fish in a barrel. Where the fuck are you? Did I get him? Oh,
Hey
no,
Atlas,
there he is.
as you're learning this airplane with Dog here and anyone others, look up my Twitch. It's Scudmuffin96, and on my about page on my Twitch is a Discord link for my Discord.
Your ass is mine, motherfucker.
There's nothing happening in my Discord, but also the Discord for the server we all fly in.
Sorry, that was bullshit.
It's all right. It's the 56 OG, and that there's a link to that Discord, and it's an open community. Tons of people. That's where me and Dog fly.
They're really good people.
Excalibur says, hey,
anytime you want to jump in, fly, learn, hit us up with questions. So go to my Twitch, find that link for the 56 OG, and jump on there. And that way you can reach out
to my about. Actually, it might even be in my about if you check the.
It is. It is not in there.
Damn it! I meant to add that. I must do that.
Yeah, the Discord links don't show up in the chat on here, I don't think, Excalibur.
Headset battery.
But
low. Oh no. But we have a part of a dog. Just have a tail in the camera now.
I see it.
It must be approaching 4 o'clock at 4:30. It's like, walk me. Acknowledge my
Space
presence.
underscore Atlas says, yes, they work now, but that button still don't work. But like you said, we don't need that.
Excalibur is part of that 56 OG group as well. Very.
So how do I get this guy? Sorry. Like, he's turning on me. I'm flat stick.
How fast are you? It's hard to see.
7-Eleven.
Oh yeah, slow down. So 700 knots is really fast, and you're getting a really slow turn out of it. You want to keep that airplane probably around 300 to 350 knots until it's time for you to get real slow and put your nose on them. You have the ability to slow down way more than they do,
says
but
you can't say
700
that word
knots
too loudly in this house unless you intend on leaving right now. On that
you might as well
walk,
be in an F-104. Dude, it's same with us. I can't say the WALK word in my house.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing how extensive their vocabulary becomes.
Altitude.
Oh, yeah. I love dogs. Super smart animals.
That's a hit. Bye-bye.
Was that a gun hit? I
Yeah,
missed
it. Was
it.
a gun hit. Die, motherfucker, die. It'll be on lag.
Motherfucker.
Excalibur says only when it's convenient for them
Hell
somehow.
yes. Like a dog in here killing shit in the Hornet.
Oh, is that hurt, mate? Are you okay? Oh, sorry, mate. You all right?
and appropriately enough, talking shit too.
Where did that rocket go?
Excalibur says 2 bullets left.
Fuel low. Fuel low.
All right.
Altitude. Altitude.
A bit of speed brake, maybe? Are there any limits on the speed brake?
Nope. Up to full speed. It won't come out all the way if you're fast because the air resistance is too strong for the hydraulics, but there is no limit on it.
Sweet. We have a win.
Space, I was the same way. I wasn't really a big fan of the Hornet. And once I learned how to employ it, I love it. I freaking love that airplane.
Oh, jeez, I'm only 3.6 Gs. I guess I'm not turning much.
What's your speed?
Excalibur says
543,
10
yeah.
feet above the water. LOL.
Yeah. The airplane's limiting you because you're fast, and it's like, nope, if you pull more than too many Gs this fast, it's going to rip the plane apart, so it's like not going to let you.
Boring.
Of course, you can slow down, and then you'll be able to sustain a higher G turn, or you can pull your paddle switch, and that tells the airplane to stop limiting you, but you can rip the wings off.
That's what I'm all about. So cool. Look at my jet stream.
And she's yelling, flight controls, flight controls. She doesn't like that.
Yeah, I'm just about
Excalibur says paddle switch is taking the training wheels off.
stalled. It's like
Paddles. It's, yeah, taking the training wheels off. Except in this case, the training wheels keep the bike from not just tipping over, but killing you.
Space_Atlas says so far I got bombs.
That's another thing they do a lot in the Top Gun movies. You'll see them
so far,
pull the
AG
paddle
missile
switch to go
still
high
lost,
G.
LOL.
Altitude. Altitude.
Am I pulling the right switch on the joystick? The paddle switch. Yeah, that's right.
The big paddle switch, yeah.
Have we got that down?
That'll. I thought you did. I remember we bound it, but it might not be.
Nada. Oh no, I got dispense written in there. Let me get rid of that.
Yeah, this should just be paddle switch. That's your. I know you have limits, computer, but I don't care. I'll break you to save my life. Switch.
Yeah, gotcha.
Excalibur says looks like the highest G turn you have here is over 10.
Auto nose wheel. Oh, it's. There's nothing set for that.
Not the nozzle steering little pinky switch, but the big paddle switch. It should be autopilot disconnect is what it's called in
nose
there.
wheel steering disengage switch.
No, not that one. That's your little pinky switch. Type in. Is it not? Oh no, yeah, that's it. That's the right one. I'm sorry, that's the right one. Your pinky switch is the nose wheel steering high. That's the nose wheel steering disconnect. You're right.
Yeah.
It's funny because it just calls it that autopilot disconnect nose wheel steering switch, but also it's your shut up, Betty, and let me rip the wings off switch.
I know what I'm doing. All right, let me rip the wings off now, Betty.
Flight Flight controls.
First, she'll yell
Flight
flight controls, because
It's getting dark
she's
in here.
mad at you.
It's getting really dark in here. Well, it's fine. I can fly the Mosquito with half a wing. Surely this thing will be fine. I don't think she's in a good way. Affirmative?
Yeah,
Wings
you
break off.
Yep. Yep, the wings break off. Can confirm. Ops
Alright.
tested good.
Space_Atlas says, okay guys, I need to go, but I'ma use my new learnings in
Alright,
tonight's
Space,
stream.
we'll see you
Thank
around.
you guys for the help and
yeah.
being super helpful.
Pop in and say
I'll
hi
look
to
you
us
up,
on
mate.
that 56 OG, man.
Welcome anytime. You should join us. And hit Scud up with a follow as well.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
I always appreciate a follow.
Good man. Thanks for joining.
Thanks, dog.
Yeah, welcome. So what are we going to do? Instant action.
Excalibur says SCUD Muffin
I don't
96.
know. What are you going to do?
I don't know. So which, you recommended a dogfighting one. What's that?
That's what you've been doing.
Above the clouds? No, that was...
That was BFM, Basic Fighting Maneuvers, which is
Yeah.
dogfighting.
Yeah. With just a single, though. So this is... Persian Force, you are blah, blah, blah. You are dodge for 1 finish. Bye-bye. Loaded with 4 GBUs. You fly pre-planned flight. Oh, we don't want to drop bombs, do we?
Yeah, it's ground attack. If you want to drop some unguided bombs, that's pretty easy. It's a lot easier than walking through all that targeting pod stuff we were trying to do before.
Yeah, I probably should bet in the thing we just learnt. Before
Yeah, that's the best way to memorize it and make it second nature. It's just
totally.
Muscle memory, and
Maybe I should.
The more you do it-
Go to. Oh, here we go.
if I were jumping on tonight, I'm not.
Atlas says
I'm-
cheer 200. I'll drop these
But I was,
guys for you, GG.
So it would be nice to jump in and fight each other a little bit.
Dude, thanks for the bits. Space Atlas, good man. Good man. I bet you are the first person to give me bits. I'm touched. I feel like you deserve the bits though.
You're doing the work. I'm just
Excalibur says
jaw
W.
jacking.
Yeah, sweet. Legend. All right, so weapons practice, Valley Run takeoff node, weapons practice, AGM 62. What did you call it? B something or other?
BFM, Basic Fighting Maneuvers.
Edit radar. Interdiction fighter sweep close air.
Space_Atlas says cheer 100 for him as well. Here you Scud.
Ah, you legend. There you go, mate. Thanks, Space Atlas.
Thank you.
We'll see you in the skies. I'm not sure which one of these to pick. I mean, it might be just weapons practice is the generic, because you got. Can you see these? Edit.
Yeah,
Space_Atlas says
and
late y'all.
AIM-9.
that's a good one. That's what we were just working on.
Edit gun and AIM-9, Nevada.
Air gun and
AIM-9
AIM-9 is what we were just.
server. Ooh. Yep. Okay. So we got LAU 115 with 2 by LAU 127, AIM-9 M Sidewinder
Ooh, those are
IR.
M's.
M's.
So the M's do not aim where you look. You have to put the nose on the airplane. It's a bigger circle in your HUD, not little tiny circle, but they only lock on if you've got your nose pointed at the enemy.
Cool.
Otherwise, it works the same. You just have to get him in the circle in your HUD instead of the circle in your helmet.
I'm
Then
game.
you still uncage the missile all the same way and
Select the missile the same way.
select the missile the same way, uncage it once you hear the tone, The only difference is that you can't aim with your helmet.
Gotcha.
It's you have to aim in front of the plane instead of what they call off bore sight.
Gotcha. Where did my thing go? Sorry, just bear with me one moment.
Tell you what, I don't have a lot of time, but I want to jump in, and I actually have I might be able to start a multiplayer server that will get us some practice.
Cool. Well, I'll give this a crack while you're spooling up. There are 3 of these sons of bitches. So it'll be the same deal. I'll have to turn all my shit on, won't I?
Yeah, the Hornet never starts with everything that it needs. Just dumb.
It is dumb.
Never does.
Bypass on. Yes, am I forgetting something? I feel like I'm forgetting something. So gun, 9Ms.
Oh, there's a whole bunch of enemies up there in front of you.
Excalibur says A/switch.
Also, having those little things written over the airplane is kind of cheating. But I'll
Yeah, I know.
give you
Shoots
an
me.
excuse. You get a pass because you're learning the systems.
Why is that not shooting? Am
Are
I
you
not
armed?
Probably not.
Nope, you are. Also, with the older weapons, it doesn't shoot just when you pull the trigger. You might have to hold the trigger for a minute.
So the
to get it
beep
to
means
launch.
I've got the target? No, there it goes. Missed.
No, maybe not. Did you uncage and get the different beep? Did you hit that cage button? Because the first beep just means it sees it. Uncaging and hearing the different scream. There you go. So put them in that.
Oh, the green. That it?
Now push the cage button. And that should give you a different tone.
And the cage
and
is
if
the
you want,
fun
you
button,
can.
isn't it?
No, the cage is your comm button. Depress. Your talk button. Pushing in.
Got him. Do I need to maintain that, or once it's got the lock, we're golden?
Nope. The second that weapon's off the rail, it's seeking on its own. Now I'm going to be off
So,
for a few
hit
seconds.
cage. All right, mate.
All right, you should be able to hear me. I'm launching the game now.
Cool.
Excalibur says you splashed the second one.
I did.
Now just put that circle on his airplane. It's off the right side of your head.
Bingo.
Yeah, pull that circle onto his airplane. No, and you're back in the aim line again. DCS is loading right now. I'll be in momentarily, and I have a server, a mission. It may or may not work if I launch it, but if not, I can just join in, or I can send you the file if I can find it, and you can launch it.
Okay, cool.
It's what we call our dogfight server,
Sweet.
and it's literally just set up for us to go nose to nose and fight each other.
Oh, nice. I'd actually love to get a hold of the mission for the Warbirds.
Oh yeah, I'm sure Jimmy will send that to you, no problem. Just gotta hit him up for it.
Excalibur says, "Oh, this will be
Say,
fun to watch."
hey, bro. I don't know if this will work, but I'm gonna try jumping in, launching this mission. And if you want to try to see if you can jump in with me,
Yeah, cool.
it may work. The server's called Scud's Idiot Circus,
I'll fit right in.
and you might. Do you wait? Oh, do you have the Syria map?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Actually, maybe I don't.
that's what map it's on. So if you don't have that, then we'll probably have to.
Geez, that the guy in his All right, let me jump out of this.
Excalibur says Geneva Convention.
He had an M16 in his arms. It was totally legitimate. I accept that for a second. And he wasn't wearing socks. It was a mercy killing. Okay, multiplayer. So sorry, it was Scuds. No.
Yeah, just check real quick and see what if you have the Syria map, because you won't see me.
Excalibur
You won't be able to join if you
says
don't.
shit, good point.
Shit, where do I check that?
Just open any instant action, and you'll see all the maps you have.
Oh yeah. Oh, and by the way, Echo 19 audio Spitfire 2.0. You need it.
Yes, I do.
You need it, and it's free. Will the maps show up on the bottom here? Surely they will.
This is not the same. Hold on. Whatever I just loaded is not even right. Let me disconnect.
Excalibur says click instant action.
So I don't like whatever I just loaded. It's not
Oh
right.
yeah. I only have Persian Gulf. I don't have Syria.
Well, let me see what I have on my missions and see if it's something I can launch.
Geneva Convention.
You have. Hold on. You have.
Excalibur says
yeah, that
dogfight
dog-
over the channel.
Oh, I see it. That is. You have the Caucasus.
Yeah. Caucasus, Marianas, Nevada, Normandy, Persian Gulf. the
Okay,
Channel.
it's launching now. Scud's Idiot Circus is launching, and it's the Caucasus map, so you should be able to join. And I got a little bit of time. We'll do a little bit of practice. If the server pops up.
It does say Syria.
I just relaunched, so it should be Caucasus now. You might have to refresh it.
Excalibur says try refresh.
Is there a refresh button on this, or did it just go back?
Yeah, at the top there's a little arrow, circle arrow.
Oh yeah. Thinking. Scud's Idiot Circus Caucasus. Caucasus. It's like there's more than
Caucasus. The Caucasus.
one. Plural cock. Caucasus. Put my green map back on my in my lap. Abby, you're almost in view. I'm gonna have to move you onto the pillow. Go on, in you go.
Excalibur says that's what the medical term for tailbone in
Let
it.
me know once you're in the server, and I'll walk you through how to select the correct spawn. Because it is all dependent on us selecting the right airplane.
I am in.
Okay, click on the blue coalition because I'm in the red. Sort the aircraft by unit type and scroll down to the F-18s.
Excalibur says hey, it's Dogception.
And you're going to see a bunch of weird F-18s. BVR will spawn you against in a different area. You want to click on one that says WVR clean.
Yep, I see a bunch of those.
Yeah, within visual range clean, and that's gonna. If we both do within visual range clean, it'll spawn us nose to nose just like the MiG-29. You're still gonna have to turn all those same systems on though.
Okay.
So I'm gonna click one of those and click briefing, and then when you're ready, let me know and we'll click fly.
Okay. Did you guys make this?
Somebody else did, yeah, and it's
Yeah.
been edited a few times.
I'm just enjoying the image. I'm ready when you are.
All right, click fly, and just remember you got to turn all your systems on.
So
Helmet, air to air,
Yeah, that's what I figured.
bypass. I'm not going to turn my jammer on,
Okay. So I can blow you up.
and then, but just so it's easier for you to hold a radar lock on me, and then
I
push
see.
that radar look forward switch, and put me in the circle, and you'll get a radar lock here shortly.
Radar look forward was the.
It's your TMS, your thumb switch on the side of your stick forward.
Gotcha.
And I can tell you're locking me up, and you can tell I'm locking you up, but it says 18 on your HUD. Now, no shooting yet. We're going to go into the turn. And we're going to go guns only.
Let me
No
switch.
missiles.
Where the hell did you go?
Right over the top of you and slotting in behind you. On your 6.
Excalibur says no labels.
I think labels are off.
Now, I can tell you're getting fast. What's your speed?
584.
Yeah, you want to be down around 350, 300. So bring that
To
power
get
back
a
because
good
your turn
turn.
circle is huge. Right. There's a gun kill. Boom, boom, boom.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, I didn't pull the trigger. See how much tighter your turn is when you're a little slower?
Totally.
Flight controls.
That,
Now,
I've
don't get
actually
too
dropped
slow.
down to nothing now, so...
Yep.
Altitude.
If you get too slow, I can pop in and... Here, I'll just put one across your nose as a warning shot.
I'm gonna drop out of the sky shortly. Gonna back up to 350. Presumably you are glued to my rectum. You are.
You see me?
I do.
Yeah, so now we're in a really good tight circle fight. So now the whole point is who can keep their airplane from getting too slow and too fast. And you got slow. That's why you had to dip out. Here's a warning shot. Woo.
Damn, it is challenging, but in a different way.
There's another one. Yeah, but now you're not going up against an air-to-air threat.
Yeah. So do you manage your speed by G's?
It's both G and throttle. If I'm not pulling hard, I don't need to be in full power. I'm only needing that power when I'm pulling the airplane really hard.
Right. Get off my bottom. Damn it.
Flight controls. Flight controls.
That was a good move.
Flight controls.
I don't have the speed or energy to follow you through that.
Neither do I.
And now I do. You're not going to get out of that dive. That was
Yeah,
low.
I'll be fine. Everything's fine. I don't be worried about it. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. See? I'm fine.
So now what we're in is the scissors. Keep your nose up and keep turning into me. Turn back into me. The point is to see if you can get a turn into me enough to get me in front of you. Nope. So you kept the turn. When you're
Oh,
in
I
the
should-
scissors side by side, it's back and forth, back and forth.
Right.
You want to point towards my tail, and I'm going to point towards your tail. Now, like reverse, turn and point towards my tail.
Yeah, I keep losing power.
Yeah, you're just bleeding off energy.
Yeah. We'll get up to 350 and have another crack. You just clipped me.
Now, back towards me. You lost the tail. Now you've got the advantage. You're behind me. But I'm going to keep trying to reverse this and get back behind you.
You shouldn't have too much trouble at my current speed.
I don't mind getting slow. I just don't want to get below like 120 knots if I can help it, because it's a lot harder to control down there.
Yeah. It's a lot harder to control without whatever the hell you shot off.
Oh, you lost your left stabilizer.
Was that
Your
something
horizontal
I
stab?
did I oversteer or something?
No, I shot it. And because I shot it, you just disintegrated your airplane. Here, let's reset. Go to back to select roll and just click another clean.
What are they worth? A pop.
20 or 30 mil, maybe more. C model, I don't know. Let me know when you're ready to fly.
I'm ready.
All right, we're in. Make sure you get everything turned back on. I'm going to be a much more docile defender. Guns only. Dispenser on. I'm not jamming. Looking to get my radar to lock onto you right now. So do me a favor and don't shoot me yet. I'm going to try to set up some defending things so you can see what the picture looks like without actually pulling the trigger. So
Cool.
don't
I'm
actually pull the
not
trigger
sure
yet.
where you are. So,
I'm right off your nose
hey?
to your 1 o'clock. Two o'clock, flaring.
How am I not seeing you?
Coming up on your 3 o'clock. Level. Turning towards you. Turn right.
Oh yeah, gotcha. What's going Nino?
Excalibur says off to your
That's
right.
because I'm
mate.
locking you up with my radar.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's your radar warning saying, hey, something's looking at you.
Flight controls. Flight controls.
See, that was not an aggressive turn, so you've got nose on me. Don't
Yep.
shoot yet. Now, here's what I want you to do. I'm just gonna hold a turn here. Don't put your nose on me. I want you to keep me right above your mirror.
Okay.
Just hold me right above your mirror.
I managed to lose all my power again.
That's all right.
Let me just bring it back up. I've still got you in front of me.
If you hold me right in front of your mirror, right above your mirror, that's called the control zone, and that's going to keep you from getting too slow until you want to take a shot. Does that make sense? So what a lot of people do is they just go right for the shot and lose all their energy. If you hold me right above your mirror, you can wait until you have enough energy and an advantage, and then you can pull your nose up on me for a shot. Don't pull the trigger, but just give it a shot.
Yeah. Well, I'm only at 231. It's very slowly coming up. So I'll try it.
If you have to light the burner, do it.
I'm flat out. Where's the...
So don't actually, when you get a chance, when you get enough energy, you don't have to actually pull the trigger, but you'll get to a point where you've got enough energy, then you pull your nose up on me. See if you can, don't pull the trigger, but pull your nose up like you're taking a shot.
Yeah.
And then ease off and gain your energy back.
Yeah.
You're getting awfully close.
Yeah.
You don't want to get close and come in fast because I'll just reverse it on you.
Oh, really?
Yep. If I see you coming in too fast, I'll just reverse it and try to get you to fly past me. Like that. All right. Cool. So Try not to get too close. I'm going to speed back up.
Yeah.
You just want to control. You basically want to control the fight. You don't want to get greedy and go for the shot.
Yeah,
You just want to hold me
just above my mirror.
not
yeah?
close. Yeah, right there. That's good range, and just stay with me and hold me just above your mirror. And then when you're ready, pull your nose on for a shot.
Yep, and it's the tiny little crosshair that I'm
It's
chasing.
the not the crosshair. It's the circle. There's a dot inside of a circle. That little dot in the circle's your gun sight.
Where's that not coming on? It's weird.
Are you in gun mode?
Yeah, I am.
It's
there it
probably
is.
way off the screen.
No, I didn't have it caged. Is that the right word?
Excalibur says bottom right of high.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah. So that's how you just bide your time. Be patient.
Excalibur says when you
Because
have
if you
lock,
just
I think
pull
the
your
funnel
nose, like
turns
try to
into
get
that
a
circle.
gunshot on me right now.
Do you want me to actually shoot you?
All you're gonna do is get slow. No, don't shoot. Just try. See how we're both just getting slow?
Yeah.
Like. So if you're back there, control the fight and just stay with the guy and wait for him to make a mistake.
Yeah. I went like full air brake. We're both just floating.
All right, cool. So now just lower the nose and get some speed.
Yeah.
Don't even try to get behind me. Just lower the nose. Go over to the side of me. Oh, you're on that side. So now we're in the scissors. And what we want to do is get behind each other. So you're going to pull to get behind me, and I'm going to pull to get behind you. And then you're going to turn. Now point back towards me. Try to get behind me. We're probably going to need a lot of power here. And I'm just going to keep turning and trying to get behind you. So if you get caught in this where we're both going left and right, don't dip out. See, I'm turning, trying to get behind you, and as soon as you go under my airplane, I'm going to turn the other way. Well, actually, now we're not even in a scissors. Now we're just in a turn. I'm going to show you something before you come in for a gunshot. This is what it looks like this is what a lot of people do. They get stuck here. They're like, I don't know what to do. I can't get out of this. And they go like this. I'll go the other way. Watch how easy it is if I go the other way for you to get behind me.
Yeah, I'm like guns straight on you.
Yeah. So if you're in a turn or you're in the scissors, all you want to do is constantly try to pull towards the tail of the other guy. Don't get frustrated and dip out. Because as soon as you dip out, they're going to shoot you.
Yeah, gotcha. So you just keep turning.
You also do use the rudder a lot when you're turning?
Well, I've stopped doing it in this because it seemed pointless.
Oh, it's
But-
awesome in this when you're like right now when we're high and slow.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of rudder. I'm not
yeah.
rolling over. I'm not rolling over, but you see how much tighter my turn got?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm right on you. Well, because this is what I do on the spit, so
Yeah.
I'm always on the rudder.
All right, let's see what else.
Altitude.
Oh, you
Altitude.
take shots?
No. It's just there was a
No.
bug.
Oh,
just
that's good.
below.
You've got the advantage. I'm going to try to defend, and you try to shoot me.
Really?
Yep. Nice. Yeah, your Spitfire experience is going to come in handy. This is an awful lot like a Spit in the fact that you can turn tight.
Yeah, and like you do have a lot of recovery time. Like you drop into a stall, and if I go burners, she just comes back.
Most of the time.
Thanks for that,
You
Exy,
can
that's
get in a
helpful.
deep stall where you can't get out. All right, let's do it again.
Cool. Restart.
Yeah, I'm ready to go whenever you are.
Select roll. And go.
Go. So this first turn where we merge, you can keep your speed up around 450 knots because you're going to bleed it down in the turn. The first turn is going to be really aggressive. But you don't want to get super fast. You don't want to be doing like 500-600 knots.
Yeah. Am I armed? I think I'm armed. Sorry, just a second. Yeah, I'm armed. Sorry, I was faffing around.
On your left side, passing now. Just about. Visual? Man, I kind of don't know where you went.
I reversed.
Oh yeah, we haven't passed yet. I thought we were.
Oh, we haven't passed? So you're off in front somewhere?
No, turn west.
Where is the directional on this?
So, on your map, if you push the middle button on the left side twice, it'll get rid of the map.
Sorry, say that again. What am I doing?
The middle button on the left side.
And the left
Excalibur says bottom
on
MFD.
on your map, on the MFD that has your map,
Yeah.
the bottom one. If you push the middle button on the left side of that map twice, it'll get rid of the map and just bring up the compass.
Oh, I see it. Yep. Yep.
All right, let's restart this so we're nose to nose again. Reset the fight real quick. Yeah, I hate that map. It blocks all the green stuff that I want to see on it. The compass is still there. It's just the other thing you can do is you can just turn the brightness down on the map with the knob, and then you can see the compass and still have the map up. Ready when you are.
Cool. Yeah, I haven't worked out how to do directions yet, so...
Yeah, I just hit that middle button twice. Right off your nose, visual.
I don't know, see shit.
You might have your spotting dots turned down a little bit.
Yeah, where is that setting?
It's in the actual settings before you jump in the mission.
I might get you to walk me through that one, if you have time.
We're supposed to be nose on, and you like wander away off course. Are you turning?
No.
Weird. Turn left. We should be nose to nose, but we keep spawning in divergent.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. Do we hold fire, or are we weapons hot?
We're weapons hot. I can tell you're jamming, and I'm not.
Should I not be?
Nope. Go ahead. It gives you the advantage.
Excalibur says when you launch I think you just stay on that heading until you merge with Scud.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I am turning when I load in, so I think that's the issue.
You must have been going fast.
You want a piece of me?
That was good. Dude, we were both nose on at each other. Until we get in a turn fight, that's what this is.
Where the hell are you?
Oh, trying to get a shot, but I missed.
I really need to get better with my airspeed management. So I end up just floating in the sky and I'm just dead.
Yeah, it's okay to be slow when you're in a turn, but not... I'll give you another hint. This is the kind of airplane where you always want to turn into the guy, not away. So, like, if I turn north, you turn north. You always turn the same way because this airplane turns so tight. But right now, we're doing just fine. If I was a better shot, I'd have you by now. No, damn it. Turn the wrong way. And I'm fast. I don't want to be fast. Being fast just gave you the advantage. Now you're on my tail. Almost. Oh, no, you're not. You're going the other way.
Pull up, pull up. Flight control.
You're damn
Flight
jamming.
control.
Now we're in the scissors. Pull towards my high 6. Keep trying to get behind me. Once we cross paths, roll the other way and turn towards me again. Keep trying to turn behind my airplane. I'm actually going to give you the... I'm going to get slow. And if you keep your speed under control, you'll see the reversal happen. Or actually, sorry, I'm going to get fast. Keep fighting for me. Keep turning back towards me.
Yeah, I've lost all my airspeed again.
And that's okay. This is where it's okay to be slow, because if one of us fucks up like I did right here, boom. That's why you don't give up on that. It's called the scissors, and you just keep slicing into each other. And somebody's going to make a mistake. And once, like, I gave up the ghost and made a mistake there, and you got behind me. But now I'm going to defend like my life depends on it.
It does.
Because it does. Oh, I got way slow. Fuck.
Oh,
Good hit. No, that was close. I don't know if I can get out of this. I'm going to try to.
pull up.
Now I'm trying really careful not to let my energy get low. But it is. Dude, I can't get you off me, and I'm actually trying here.
Check gear, check
I'm
gear.
down. Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's a maneuver kill. I'll take it. Nice work.
I got some shots in you, though, yeah?
Oh, yeah, you got a hit. A couple hits.
Sweet. Hey, Mort. How you doing, mate?
All right. One more time.
Yeah. The puppy cam's gone silent. Why are you sitting over there? Yeah, let's go again. That's so much fun.
I'm going to turn my jammer on now so you can see what it looks like.
Cool.
What it does is it makes your gun, the little circle for your gun sight.
It's okay.
That little circle's going to bounce around on your HUD. It's not going to want to stay in one place. Because your radar is trying to control that circle.
Scud.
And if I'm jamming your radar, it's going to make it a lot harder for your gun to get a picture.
Right. And the guns and then
Tell you what.
forward.
Guns and missiles after we turn.
And missiles.
Yep.
Whoever got Ninos. Oh, 'cause you're
That is
targeting.
me locking you up.
Flight controls. Flight controls.
Fox 2. Flare.
Whee! It's very
2,
peaceful
just
here.
one more just for fun.
I'm very dead.
So I shot you way before my nose was on you. As soon as I had a good look at you with my helmet, I went missile. Got my eyes on you, got the tone, and fired.
Yeah.
So once we start going into a missile fight, there's no reason to keep staying in that fight. If you can get your missile to see me with your helmet, pull the trigger.
Okay.
Ready whenever you are.
Yeah. Well, and I did that. Oh, X is like, because I was turning as soon as I loaded in, which is why we couldn't find each other. So he said, remember, no turn until you pass Scud. So. Select.
You also might, I don't know if you saw me, but you turned level and I went vertical. I went straight up.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, the turns don't always have to be
I hit fly.
horizontal. I am in as well, off your nose.
Takes me a hot minute to find all the buttons.
Yeah, it just, in time, you'll get them much quicker at it. Do 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 do. So try that with me. Instead of turning left or right, go up. And if you see a missile come off my airplane, start flaring. Not yet. Wait till we pass. And go vertical.
Flight controls. Flight controls.
I'm already looking at you with my missile, trying to get a shot on you. Flare, flare, flare!
I need to press
Oh,
and
we
hold.
traded shot. We traded
I gotcha.
shots.
Nice.
Oh yeah, you did.
How cool are the twirling fragments? It's amazing.
Oh, I love it. All right,
Oh,
one more?
that's awesome. One more, why not?
all right. This is going to be a little different fight, but it's going to be fun.
Alright, I hit fly.
Excalibur says 1 point to Calamity.
1 point to calamity, exactly.
Excalibur says this is really entertaining.
Oh, I'm pleased to hear it. No bullets though, yeah?
Guns and missiles, whatever you want.
But we have to pass first.
Oh yeah, after the merge. The missiles aren't really good straight on anyways.
Flight controls. Flight controls.
Where the fuck are you? I lost eyes on you, damn it. Absolutely no idea where you are. Sneaky.
All right, I won't take the shot. On your 6, high. Nope, off your nose. Sorry. Totally different fight,
Yeah.
because I'm not going to get in close and slow with you on this one. Fox 2, flare, flare, flare. All right, we'll do this one more time. No missiles, just guns.
There.
Different fight because I'm in a different airplane.
Yeah.
The thing you can do to kill a Viper is get him slow. The Viper's going to do everything it can to stay fast.
Get him slow.
All right, ready?
Ready.
Okay, guns only.
Excalibur says Viper on Hornet Violence 1.
You're in a radius fighter. You can turn a tighter circle than me, right?
Yep.
Way tighter. You can get slow. I'm in a rate fighter, which means if I keep my speed at the right speed,
Yep.
I can't turn as tight as you, but I can turn faster than you. Like I can get around and get behind you, but I have to do it in a much bigger circle.
Gotcha.
So it's an unbalanced fight. The rules still apply. If you're behind me, hold me in the control window until you
Yep.
have a good shot.
Yep. Welcome home. Hello. I won't be long. It'll be like 5 minutes.
Flight controls.
No.
Flight controls.
It's like right now, you're going to be able to get behind me a lot quicker than I can get behind you. But if I'm patient, I can get behind you in time.
First clue where you are.
Crossing right over the top of you. Right underneath you, sorry. Up above, high, left. 8 o'clock high.
I got you.
Flight controls. Flight controls.
Oh, damn it.
I was going
That
for
was
the
a wasted
clouds.
shot. Oh, it was good.
Flight controls.
I took a shot at you going in the clouds and got disoriented. Now I gotta find you.
Altitude.
Excalibur says cheeky staying down here below the deck LOL.
Looking for you. Where are you at?
Where are you at?
I'm right over the clouds that we went in.
Flight controls.
Ah, there you are.
I can't eyeball you no matter what I do.
Flight controls. Flight controls. Altitude. Altitude.
There you are. No, you took out my my everything. Well done.
I'll finish you off.
It's probably time for me to walk the dogs.
Yeah, I gotta run too.
Wifey's home.
I gotta
That was
get my last
great.
few things packed.
Flying
Flying out tomorrow.
This is Europe.
Yeah.
I have a great trip.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Dog, appreciate it.
Yeah, enjoy.
Yeah, man. We got to find some time, get in and do more of this practice. But it gives you, I don't know, a baseline to start dogfighting.
Really
And
does. I mean, it's utterly
you're doing really
inaccessible
well.
game. Thank you. Like it's
like for a dude who. Go ahead. Sorry.
No. Well, it's just like the game without this feels utterly inaccessible. Like I would never have bought a jet because I'd be like, no, it's just too hard. But you really like break it down step by step, and like it's such fun. So thank you.
Oh man, yeah, absolutely. It's fun to share and teach, and you're a good dude to fly with, so it makes it easy. Yeah, you're for a guy who's just learned how to fire guns and missiles in the Hornet. You're good.
Well, thank
You need to. We need to get your spotting dots set up and make it so you can see, because there's a tenet of dogfighting or fighting, and one of the tenets is lose sight, lose fight.
Yeah.
As soon as you lose the sight of the enemy, you're probably going to lose the fight.
Oh,
Like
we need to set those dots. That's the thing. Let's just see if I can quickly open it again.
Yeah, and then Jimmy and Arctic and Chaos rather, all these guys, they have this same mission that I just loaded, and dude, they eat it up. So it's not just me. Like, hit up Chaos and hit up all the other guys and just be like, who wants to run a dogfight server? You say dogfight server, and Jimmy, he starts salivating at the mouth.
Yeah.
So don't I just want you to know it's not just me that can load this training server up. Like,
Oh, that is good to know. Yeah.
it's easy for any of the. Well, like I said, Jimmy is one. He's got it, so he can load it up, and usually we just jump in 1 versus 1 and take turns. Like, winner takes the next fight. Everyone else just watches.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so I just shut down my DCS, but I'm watching yours. If you want to go to the menu, and we'll figure that the spotting dots
Yeah.
out and see if you can.
It's under the general settings, yeah.
I believe
LED
so.
LED switch
It's
clutter.
under gameplay. Might be under gameplay. No, I'm sorry, VR. Their VR thing. Go to VR menu on the right. Top right, way over on the top right.
Yeah, I got it.
Where is it at? Look to the left. I think it's on the left. No, maybe on the right. I don't know. Maybe
It's not
it is under
pixel
general. I
density,
thought-
unless it's
No.
under system. It might be system.
Try general again real quick. Or gameplay, I mean.
Cockpit visual recon mode, maps follows, mini HUD, wake turbulence, label,
Maybe
spotting
it is
dots are on auto.
Where's click on that. Turn it up to 2 pixels.
Yeah, let me do a quick test.
That might give you a little bit better sighting. All right, I'm gonna be off comms for a few seconds.
Okay.
Spotting dots are only going to help when the airplane's really far away.
How is it right?
Once you're in close, it's just a matter of keeping your eyes on the enemy.
Man, how I'd practice them. Oh, these are clip wings, that's why.
Oh yeah, the clip wing is. She's a motherfucker.
Excalibur says this was a lot of fun to watch.
Oh, it was a lot of fun to play. Thanks for coming along for the ride, mate.
Me?
No, Excalibur said this was a hell of a lot of fun.
Oh,
to
Excalibur.
watch.
Oh hell yeah! I'm looking at the chat now. Excalibur, you could jump in too, man. Next time we're doing a dogfight.
Excalibur says I would love to. Now that I learned how to actually use the HMD to Q9XS.
Where did it go? Yeah, well, I'll have to play with that.
Vampire,
That's good to
whatever.
know.
Well, welcome back.
I forgot y'all were even doing that.
Is Scott in here?
I'm here. I'm about to bounce because I gotta go get ready, go sleep. So
Who's Yotamani?
to Germany.
We got Bandar, dude.
Hell yes. Hey, so
We did
your
it.
your boy Dog Door here. First time dogfighting in the Hornet. He's pretty
damn
good.
Yeah.
If he loses sight of you, you can kill him easy. But if he gets
Don't
behind
tell
you,
him that.
it's hard to shake him. Once he got
Yeah.
behind me, I couldn't shake him, and he got a couple really good gun kills on me.
It's all about prop practice, man. It makes you a better pilot.
Yeah, especially that Spitfire.
Well, everything is harder in there.
Fuck.
But yeah, like Jimmy, like you should load up the
I'll
over the
dogfight him.
next few weeks while I'm gone. You should load up the dogfight server every once in a while and
Oh, absolutely.
put dog through some rounds.
I say you just give
I
us a red spawn at Liwa, and I'll fly some red aircraft and dogfight people.
We already have red spawn.
At Liwa.
Actually, I forgot we have that.
Now that being
Know where
said,
he
we didn't
was?
teach him.
Down
He
in the
didn't
south?
get any BVR lessons, so that's totally different. But
I will
I have
take him up for
lost
BBR then.
Oh, I
Important
get to
short
prey
for
on
you,
him with
by
an
the way.
F4.
hey,
What
Doc,
is
are those
your
holes
BVR
in your
goes?
wings supposed to be there?
Yeah, it's ventilation. It's normal. It's all good.
All right, everybody. Yeah, have a good night. Have fun flying. I'll see you guys.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm
guys.
gonna wrap it after this.
Enjoy your trip, dude.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks so much too, Scott. It was a blast.
Hell yeah, man. Anytime.
Cheers.
Except for the next 2 weeks.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Jimmy,
Those freaking power.
Yep.
next time we have a server reset or update, you should make, since we now have Bandar, you should make Kassam the regional air defense and put like a Patriot there.
Okay.
And then you can take out some of that air defense at Bandar, because that seems a bit much.
Yeah, I can do that.
You take out the NASAMs and put a Patriot in the Kassam air defense island, or the Kassam island defense.
I'm down. We got a toucher in the back end.
Excalibur says cartwheels.
You'll see how much money I'm going to make for rescuing a little kid.
I think I broke my plane.
I'm so sorry if I'm taking up your taxiway.
Where are
Who,
you?
me?
Whoever's in Hercules, I'm on the closest taxiway to you.
Go out. You're good. Go out and make a right.
If you're in a hurk, you can just go over the dirt.
Yeah.
Alright, coming out. Making a right.
Yep. I'll slide in behind you. There is a bit of tailwind. Yeah, I think I'm about to. I think I'm going to call it on this one.
Yeah, I'm also. My keyboard just died and I don't have a cord to charge it. So, yeah.
Well, cool. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. And see you next time. I'll put up one of our tunes before I close. Which is your favorite of those songs, incidentally? Chaos? Jimmy?
They're all pretty good,
Excalibur
dude.
says hell yeah, dude. See ya.
Oh.
Hey, watch where you're going, dude.
Alright, Hilltop Hoods it is.
Going to sleep, Jimmy?
No, I'm going to watch some TV with live.
I was gonna say, you can do some F4 precs if you want.
No, I'm gonna go do some couch time.
Group living the dream, established via fate for Gene to our elite crew. Strike squadron, circle where legends break through. Flying FA-18 Hornets, top of the line. In the 56 OG, our skills align. F-16 Vipers and Warthog soar. R-64 Apaches, all that and more. Our bloodhound mascot leads the pack. Nose to the wind, never looking back. Jets roaring loud, tearing up the night. Heroes in the cockpit, ready to fight. Yeah, that's how we do. With a 56 OG breaking on through. Jets of DCS with a mean machine. 56 operations, living the dream. Chaos sparked Warbox a few years back. Now we're a global crew on the attack. From Caucasus peaks to Persian Gulf tides. We train round the clock, our passion never hides. Lusky's our road, a race can't be beat. Spinning up the Apache land so neat. Arctic rules the A-10, bringing the thunder. Ground pounding expert, making foes wonder. Chaos flies the Viper, sleek and fast. Skies his playground, never comes last. Scud and glue, the real deal instructors. Top-notch pilots, our skill conductors. Hear the sound ring true with a 56 OG and we're just passing through. Jets of DCS, we're a tight-knit team. 56 operations, living the dream. VFH1 T10 Hornet Strike Elite. Every pilot here is sharp, complete. Our bloodhound mascot with senses keen guides us through the clouds, a loyal scene. Eyes locked on target, spirits bright, navigating skies both day and night. F-18 Hornets blaze trails afar. F-16 Vipers shine like a star. 64D Apaches hover low. A-10C Warthogs deliver the blow. Our fleet's a force, a fearsome sight. In digital warfare we own the fight. Yeah, we're coming through. 56 OG with the skies in view. Jets of DCS, we're the real deal. 56 operations, got nerves of steel. Skies are our stomping ground, ready to roll. Strike hard, strike fast, that's our goal. Bloodhound spirit keeps us tight, symbol of tenacity and might. Ears perked up by sharp as blades, leading us forward through any shades. Pew pew, feel the thunder brew. We're the 56 OG, nothing we can't do. Jets of DCS, we're the supreme. 56 operations, living the dream. Bound by legacy, we stand as one. In the virtual skies, our journey's begun. 56 OG, spirit forever renowned. By the bloodhounds drive, victory crowned. With noses to the wind and hearts on fire, we soar together, rise up higher. Global squadron, united we stand. 56 OG, the best in the land.
A dog door says a dog do eat a dog da hero mode a dog da fly a dog do wubs a dog da high five.
Oh, 6-9 dog door here, but it's not about me. It's all about the 56 Operations Group OG. Chaos renamed the group the 56 Operations Group, established via favor 42 strike squadrons loop. The VFA 122 flies FA-18C Hornets and 56 Operations modern aircraft assets. F-16 Vipers, Warthogs, 60-4D. Popular platforms, hero jets we see. F-18 Hornets screaming through the skies, rolling in battle, our trusted allies. Pew pew pew, it's the 56 OG. In the skies we fly and strike so free. Jets of DCS, we're a machine. 56 Operations Group, living the dream. Chaos founded Warbox 3 years ago. Now we're a virtual group, watch us grow. From Caucasus to Syria, Persian Gulf deploy. Training and missions for all to enjoy. Lusky's the Rotor Pro, Arctic's A-10 domain. Chaos rules the Vipers, never in vain. Everyone at 122, Hornet strike elite. Lusky's high score, Arctic brings the heat. Pew pew pew, it's the 56 OG. In the skies we fly and strike so free. Jets of DCS, we're a machine. 56 Operations Group, living the dream. Hardcore 56 Operations Group, no game. We established via Fable 22 strike squadrons named DCS warriors, we fly with pride, and virtual skies, our might amplified. F-18 Hornets screaming through the skies, gnawing in battle, our trusted all allies. F-16 Vipers with lightning in their veins, DCS legends soaring through terrains. Scud and glue, real deal aviators, professional instructor pilots create. For A's, for playground mission ready we stand. Strike hard, strike fast, conquer every command. Pew pew pew, it's the 56 OG. In the skies we fly and strike so free. Jets of DCS, we're a machine. 56 Operations Group, living the dream. The 56 Operations Group, we take Shrexel's pride. Full Milsim strike squadron, soaring high and wide. Our bloodhound mascot with senses sharp and keen.
to the wind, tracking foes unseen. The bloodhound guides us like a laser beam, symbol of tenacity, relentless and true. In the digital skies, we follow through. With ears perked up and eyes that pierce the night, the bloodhound fuels our unyielding might. Thick OG's legacy, forever we're bound by the spirit of the bloodhound, victory crowned.